have a little fun. That was awesome. Hey guys, Danny here. I'm doing a review. If you don't know, I own a 2008 9.3 Turbo X, and today I will be reviewing my car. So if it's gonna be my personal feeling about the car, I've owned it for about almost a year now. I put 10,000 miles at least on it. I was gonna do 10,000 mile review driving it. So I'm gonna give my review on it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Got traction control off. I'm gonna pull out of my driveway and we're gonna see how these they're not snow tires, they're all season tires. So, oh, that was too easy. It's just rolling right out. I am on a little downhill, but it's getting a little better. So the Turbo X, if you don't know, was only produced in 2008 in a sedan and a station wagon, as some may call it, the saloon. And it was the first year in 2008, which was the facelift year, and it was also their 35-year anniversary of turbocharging Saabs. So they decided to make the Turbo X, and the Turbo X had more power over the Aero, which was the top of the line 9.3, and it has, I think it's 11-ish pounds of boost, the Turbo X, over the 8 pounds of boost that the Aero has. Now, that gives the Aero 255 horsepower and the Turbo X 280 horsepower, and the torque is 295, I believe, and that's not to the wheels, obviously. The cross-wheel drive, all-wheel drive system adds at least 600 pounds over from the front-wheel drive V6s, but it's still a quick car. I'm not saying I got the fastest car on the road, but for a Saab, it's a pretty quick car. So is the Aero. Now, personally, for me, how do I like driving the Turbo X? I love it. I mean, it was almost 15 grand to buy. I have 68,000 miles. I bought it at almost 59,000. I'm almost been driving this car for close to a year and almost put 11,000 miles on it. And it feels great. It's still like a brand new car. And just driving this car, it's like so many people like see this car and like they might not know how rare it is. And to elaborate on that, this model, since it was like an anniversary edition for Saab, they only made 2,000 of this car, and 600 were brought to the US in sedan and station wagon. There's less station wagons than there are sedans, and they came in a 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic, which sadly is what I have. I almost bought a manual, but it was sold like the day before I went to go look at it, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. But I mean, I have this, and it's great to drive. people definitely, they see it on the road, or they see it in the parking lot. One day at another job I was working, and some lady was like, "Hey, sir," I like turned around and she's like, "Hey, I like your car, I like your Saab." I was like, "Oh, thank you." And other places I see people are just like, "Oh, that's a really cool Saab." Like some people talk to me at like gas stations or something about it, and it's a unicorn among other unicorns. So the exhaust valve is open, so it's as loud as can be. It's a really steep hill. So the Turbo X is a little bit lower than the Aero, which isn't too good because the Turbo X has a front lip that breaks a lot. A lot of people, if you have one or know of it, you can see it breaks pretty easy. And mine's already broken. It was cracked when I bought the car, and I accidentally hit it a few times. It has 18-inch alloys and even a rarer 19-inch alloys. I think they're alloys. The Turbo X, the trim around the dash and the buttons and everything, the trims on the outside of the car, the silvers, is a darker tone. The color of the Turbo X is jet black, but it's not a solid black. It's like metal flake black, but it has a purple like underlay, I think it is, and it gives like, it doesn't look black. When I first bought the car and they cleaned it and I had it at my house, I was looking, I'm like, this car isn't black. It's like, it has like purple or something in it. And that's pretty much what it is. It's only unique for this car, the Turbo X. After years in 2009 and up, I believe you could get this color on cars, on 9.3s, but you'd have to pay somewhere of like $1,400 to get this specific black. And when it's dirty, it just looks so dirty, and I'm so disappointed that this car was only in black. I mean, I like black, but living where I do and all the salt and stuff, this car is it gets very dirty. Get a little pull, open the valve. That was a little uphill. So I just like the car. It's quick, it's fun, it sounds good. It's got a turbo. That was the main thing when I was changing off of the red 9.3, was like, for myself, I want a turbo or at least a V6, maybe a V8, but I wound up just liking this style so much, and I just wanted to expand on the style, the facelifted 9.3, and that's what I did. I bought this. I have this electronic exhaust cutout underneath the car that goes into my genuine Saab catless, 3-inch catless mid pipe that goes up to the down pipe, and then I have the Parapat intake. I have the JZW, I think stage 2 on it right now, but it kind of feels a little hesitative on it. It's not made for my car, the tune. It's just kind of like a slap-on tune, so it still drives nice. I mean, it's pretty much the same 9.3. The Turbo X started at like 42,000, which the red 9.3 that I have, the manual front-wheel drive 4-cylinder, was, I think my parents bought it new at 26,000 or so, and Turbo X is almost double that, and the station wagon is around like $45,000, like brand new. And there are two kinds of Turbo X's. There's the beat to shit Turbo X, And then there's the baby Turbo X that like people just put in their garage and they never drive it. And then the other ones are broken this, broken that, curved wheels. That was a Jeep. That was like Fat Daddy's Jeep. Why is it so dark? There's freaking sun out there. I mean, it definitely is a great car, and being around all the snow all the time, I don't know what else I would drive. I wouldn't know what to pick. So this car is good. I like the car. If you have the chance to buy a Turbo X, you probably should buy it because it probably was worth it. So overall, great car, love it. My review of 10,000 miles is over, and I'm pleased to own the car, and I hope to own it for a very long time, and I don't want to ever sell this car. So I hope you guys enjoy this review, and leave a like, comment, or what you think about it, any stories you want to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.